Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Formula Pi testing round 3. Hope you all had a lovely restful half term last week, and hopefully you're all well rested and ready to go this evening. We are pretty much ready to go straight away. I think we've got a robot ready to go that's doing its 2 minutes now. So straight away, straight in, hot to trot. Although I can't remember where spin view. There we go. I'll find everything. It's been a week off. I've forgotten how everything works now. All the buttons are in the wrong place. So, first up tonight, we're starting with the Grand Prix class. We've got 3 of these robots to go. And first up, setting the pace, we've got Le Roux Carré from Villaroche in France. They're doing really well, actually, at the moment. I think they're 3rd overall in the series, or 2nd. Hang on, I've lost my thing. Oh, I'm not very organised. There we go. 2nd overall at the moment. So, looking strong for the series. Looking good. And, yeah, hopefully their training will be good tonight and they'll get some good laps in. So, tonight the format is it 2 minutes, Tim? It is 2 minutes, isn't it, per robot? Yes. Tim has just waving his thumb at me across the room, very politely. So yeah, Le Roux Carré will be up first with their 2 minutes to go to see how fast they can get around the track. And then once they've done their 2 minutes, we'll move on to the next robot. So hopefully you've all caught up with the racing, because obviously tonight there'll be spoilers, because I'll be talking about how people have done. If you haven't caught up, do yourself a favour, go and catch up, check out our YouTube channel, and go and find the Formula Pi Racing 2017. We've done heats 1 and 2. Races 1 and 2. And there is the Grand Prix class and the Monster Ball class. And the Monster Ball class has been chaos. The Grand Prix class has been very well behaved. We've really enjoyed that racing. It's been really close, and there's been lots of back and forth. So that series is looking pretty tight. Like I said, the Monster Balls are absolute chaos. But I think we're almost good to go now. Let's just check if I've got the chat up. Oh yeah, everyone's there. Good evening, everyone in the chat. I can see you all. I can see the IT guys there sneaking in. You must be either working or avoiding work. If so, congratulations. I'm afraid to say you're actually last up tonight, the IT guy. You are very last on our list of robots to go, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 robots away. So maybe check back in half an hour if you're at work and then you don't get told off for skiving. Not that you would, obviously.
We are ready for the start.
Oh, ready. So let's get Le Roux Carré underway and get them going. I can also see Adam Wood, Team Enigma, in the chat as well, and ISSFTW, who is Saska. So yeah, you're all up late, a bit later on.
Shall we have this loud so everyone can hear?
Yes, but it is only good if it's over here, because remember, when you're far away in the corner of the room, no one can hear you talking, and you're like a tiny man in a box, like in the corner.
Can we just get that repeated as a radio check, please?
So you get to hear Aaron from upstairs. Oh, that was very quiet. Very quiet. Have you broken everything?
May have done.
Oh dear. Good job it's testing, eh, everyone?
Okay, please repeat once more as a radio check.
Okay, please repeat once more as a radio check. Robot 46 is ready for the start line. Robot 46.
Champion. We all heard that, I think, a little bit better. But if I hold the radio here, Tim, do you want to, or shall I? Who's in charge?
Well, you can go if you like.
Oh, wow.
I can do it if you like. Or,
No, I'll do it.
Okay.
Oh, if I press the right button, hang on.
Please.
Start the light sequence, please. I think I pressed the right button. If we see the lights go on, we know I pressed the right button. I pressed the right button. We're lucky, everyone. I found out which one it is. So Le Roux Carré is underway now. 2 minutes to go when the start light's done. And we're off. So they've got away, which is a great start. Let's see how they do. I didn't record any of their best times, actually, and I probably should. I should go back through all the old testings and record everyone's bestest time so we can see how people are comparing and improving on their times. I think... Oh, this is looking very cautious going around the corners, but definitely sticking to the inside lines. So this is quite good for the team from Villaroche. Sticking close, but a little bit tentative coming around the corners. 26 seconds, not a bad time. That's pretty good. I think the best time we ever had was Enigma, was around 24 seconds. I think Adam will correct me if I'm wrong. I really should have all this written down. I apologise. But I think Le Roux Carré are away now. They seem to have got their little wobbles out of the way. There we go. Sticking to the green, which is really, really good to see. Nice tight lines around the course. I think that's an improvement for them from last time. 25-1, nice. This is getting a bit competitive now. Good. We like to see this. This is good. So this team is, like I said, from Villaroche. They list themselves as aeronautics engineers, which is awesome. That's kind of my industry. That's what I do. So for the AV geeks amongst us, there's a big aviation conference in the States this week. Check out AIAA if you get time. The Aviation Forum in Denver. It's pretty sick. They had some amazing amazing talks this morning. But talking of laps, it looks like the Leroy Carré are doing actually quite well. This is looking pretty good. 26 seconds, fairly consistent. Adams corrected me, his time is 24.2. I was good, I was close. I'm not too bad on the old memory front. I just need to write stuff down more often and remember things. But this is looking good for the team from France. 26.4, nice. So getting some consistent times now as well. All within around a second and a half of each other. It's looking pretty good. They've really come on, this team, and I think they'll be challenging for the top spot. I think there'll be a really big challenge for Bebop going down the line.
Okay, Robot 46, 2 minutes are up.
And that is it. Aaron has got over the radio of doom, so everyone can hear that because it's underneath my microphone. If I just turn that down a little bit. Okay, so he's going to collect him next time he comes round, I think. Oh, you got a bonus lap there, 28 seconds. So, Tim.
Oh.
You're in charge of the timer.
Well, what you need to say is, okay, pick up the robot, please.
Oh, is that a command? Oh, my apologies. I'm not well versed in the old radio. I think you should be in charge of that radio. I think that's much better for the lols. I just assumed Aaron would pick him up next time round. I thought that was like an automatic procedure.
Well, it probably
He doesn't need
make
recall.
sense, but,
Maybe he does need recall. Okay, well there we go. So that is Leroy Carré
We need
done.
to pretend like we're in charge and we're doing things.
Timer.
Timer.
See,
Timer.
George isn't
Timer.
even here to remind us yet. I'm sure he'll be in later. But it's my official timer reminder. There we go. So we've now popped the next robot onto the track. So without further ado, I will shuffle my papers.
Robot 40 has been found.
And as you heard, it is Robot 40, which is sitting on the start line. So let's see who's next up. In the gate, ready to go, we have Paxo Parrot from Poole in the UK. Currently sitting third in the overall leaderboard. They're definitely third. I made a mistake previously. They're definitely third. Had some strong racing, been really back and forth with Leroy Carré. I think they've been really, just pushing gently behind them. I think with a bit of time and a bit more time on code, I think they will be overtaking them soon, and we'll see a real top fight for the top spot in the Grand Prix class. They are looking prime for tonight. So like Adam said, it's 24.2 for the fastest lap on the Yeti Borgs. So it'll be interesting to see if any of our competitors tonight can get close to that. We've already had a 25, so that's getting down towards the sharp end of things. It's getting better now. As time goes on, we're all getting a little bit sharper now. So let's see how we're doing. 2 minutes is a long time. I always forget how long 2 minutes is. Just shuffle my papers, excuse me a minute. So old school, have all the papers in the world. I really need to have like an automated system of like a screen of all of the information.
How about a robot with papers?
We need like a little, like before the boxing, they have somebody that runs around in the ring that holds the card up. We need that, like a little robot with just big arms that just drives around the track with a board on it that says this is the robot that's going.
I'm on it.
Alright, Tim's going to do that, because I think that would be much better than... No offence to the Spin View, it's lovely. It's a brilliant thing. It's based on the Formula Pi simulator, which you get to use if you're part of the series. And it is a beautiful thing. But I feel like this could be automated in real life. Talking of things being automated, I finally got my hands on one of those Google AI Y-Box kits.
Okay, Robot 40 is ready for the start line. Okay,
There we go.
Robot 40
I was a little bit
is ready for the start line.
late to the party because I'm just not organised enough to get out to the shops to get it when it came out. But my intention is to put it on top of one of these robots. That is full on my intention. Tim, oh, is that the radio?
I shall do it for you.
Yeah, please.
Okay, light taking start, please.
So yeah, it's like you give me an extra thing to do and that's it. I just can't do anything. I'm awful. So Paxo Parrot lined up, ready to go. Currently third in the series. Let's see if they can beat 25-1 that was set by the previous team there that we had going, the Leroy Carré. A little bit of a wider line coming into the start. Sticking into the red, which is going to take him a long way round. But I think that's a faster first split. I'm going to have to get my pen out now. Look at this, pen and paper. So old school. Can't even back from the microphone a little bit tonight as well. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm just not quite as organised. I'm shuffling myself now. There we go. So, first lap, let's see how Paxo Parrot does. We're looking for 25.17. Ooh, a couple of seconds off the pace. I think because they were drifting out into the red there, that is definitely a wider line. But, and I've said this before, the wider... Oh, there's a bit of fluff on the camera then. There needs a bit of a dust up there, Tim. You get the hoover out. As I've said before, getting into the red might actually be quite good in racing because a lot of people will go for the green inside lines, and that can really, really stop you up when you come into a sort of a crash with everyone else. Stick to the red, go around the outside, and your quid's in. 29.2, so it's a little bit slower this time round for Paxo Parrot. Just trying to write down the best time we had before. 25.17. There we go. Just so I can keep an eye on how things are doing, how people are progressing. So yeah, like I was saying, sticking to the green is great for the time trials. So if we do this for the eliminators, then quid's in the green. But for racing, it's not really the preferred line. You want to stay a little bit wide. You want to just sort of gauge people's movements and stuff. 29.8 for the second lap. I think we'll just about be able to squeeze one more lap in before we'll call this a day for Paxo. Looking about 4 or 5 laps for each competitor, I think, with the times that we're doing. So yeah, this Grand Prix class has been really tight actually. Everyone's been very competitive. Although the results were the same between the first and second heats, they're very close. I mean, really, really close. One little upset and somebody getting stuck somewhere and it could switch everything around. It's really tight. It's really close. And 29.7 for the last one.
Okay, robot 40, 2 minutes are.
And as if my magic, Tim is going to collect the radio now and radio up to Aaron.
Okay, swap the robot, please.
Because that's it. Paxo Parrot done. Smashed out your laps. Well done. Let's have a look at the best time we had there. 27.94. I'm going to write that down. Got my little pen out. Look at that. See? So organised now with all the old school technology. Maybe I should have a tablet. Don't they have tablets on Sky F1? They have those little touchscreen tellies. Talking of advanced camera work, within the next few races, I would have said, you're going to get an extra camera angle, which is, frankly, the best camera angle ever. It's going to be my face. You're all going to be able to see my face. Yeah, I exist as a real person. I have a face, and you will be able to see it. You're welcome, Formula Pi fans. You are welcome. So you finally get to see me and what I look like. I have a face for radio, so if you're eating your dinner, it's probably not best to watch it. But otherwise, enjoy. So Tim gets to point the camera at me during the breaks, so that'll be nice. It's just sitting on the monitor above my head. I can see it lurking. So yeah, see, that's something to look forward to, isn't it? Right, we've switched on the next robot. I've opened up Chrome accidentally. Sorry, everyone. That went onto the screen. Sorry. No. You can tell I've been off for a week. I'm all laissez-faire about it. Just, like, boff. Just keep with the French theme. Just boff. So, let's see. Oh, Gareth is there. I can just see. No, hang on. Shadowhawk. Who's Shadowhawk? Is that Paxo Parrot? Okay, I'm seeing the connection now. There we go. Paxo Parrot says, the only command of that code was to aim for lane 0. It did everything but that. Very odd. Yeah. Lane 0 is the inside green one, right? Tim, Freeburn?
No, it should be... Yes, hang on. No, lane 0 is offset-wise. We start from the far left, which is 0. That would be crashing, surely.
Okay, Tim has said that in his little box in the corner.
My memory, whether we are 0 plus or minus 3, or we were 0 to 6. I can't remember.
Oh, I see. Oh, right. So you're.
It's one of those things where we spoke about it. I can't remember.
You implemented it and went.
We implemented it, and that's it.
Okay. I haven't done spin view yet, so just chill on the old radio. Give Aaron a warning, let him know I'm doing spin view, just to,
No, it's fine.
Okay, I'll just carry on. I'll just have a... Adam has corroborated 0 is the centre. Well, there you go.
Thank you, Adam.
Shadowhawk, thank you, Adam. He knows this better than us.
Yeah.
Would you like a job? Are you busy on a Monday night?
There you go.
There's a radio waiting for you, if you just to tell us how it all works. Because you can tell we've been off for a week. It's all broken. Right. Let's crack on. Let's get back to the racing. So finally, in the Grand Prix class, we only have 3 people tonight. We have our current leader, which is Bebot from Painted Post New York. Good evening if you're watching. It's wonderful to have you back. They've done really well so far, taking 2 wins from 2. Really looking strong. And like I said, it's very close at the top of that class. But each week, Bebot have just delivered the goods, and they've got past the line, and they've beat everyone. So hopefully, yeah, it'll be good for them to keep going. I lost my train of thought then. I got distracted by thinking about plus to minus 3. That's very confusing. Sorry, going back to that. Minus 3 on the outside, minus 3 on the inside, or plus 3 on the inside.
Yeah.
I'm no mathematician,
Yeah.
but I have 2 maths degrees. But that means that it goes minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 1, 2, 3. There's no 0. 0 is a lie.
0 is in the centre.
Oh, are you counting the intersection lines?
Yes.
Minus 3, minus 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. You're all right. I'll let you off.
All right.
I'll let you off. Oh dear. Good job he's in charge around here. Adam has just said, yeah, minus 3 is inside wall, plus 3 is outside wall. Yes. So there we go. Now we're all happy. Crack on. Continue, young man.
Right. We are waiting for you.
Yeah, no, I'm ready now. I'm finished now. I'm done now.
Light sequence, please.
Right, Bebot, let's see what you can do. 24-2 is the lap record, currently held by last year's competitors Enigma, who are now in the Monster Ball class. Let's see if Bebot can get close to that. I'm kind of hoping that someone smashes it. I love seeing progression, because Adam now holds both records, and he shouldn't hog them both. He should let other people have some. Just let other people have a go. He only is, but you know, it'd be nice to see a different team smashing it as well. I want to see year-on-year progression. So, Bebot doing their first lap here. Let's see. It's going to be a 26 marker, isn't it? Yeah, 26.7. Not bad for a first lap. That's good. Just need to stick inside a little bit more. But that's looking good, though. Nice lines. Nice smooth turns as well, which is really nice. See the little bit more of an index turn. It tends to slow you down a little bit, because you want to keep your flow going. You want to sort of have a nice smooth transition from corner to straight. And so stopping and turning it slows you down. So yeah. Oh, 25.7. Nice. Okay, this is picking up now. So Bebot have done really well so far, taking, like I said, 2 wins from 2. Comfortably sitting at the top so far. I think they're like 5 points ahead of Le Carré, but it's all still to play for. We're not halfway through yet, so it could all change. And as Team Enigma will tell you, they started really badly and didn't get off the line in their first heat, and then ended up winning. So it's all to play for. It really is. Like, anyone can win, because the eliminators kind of level everyone out, which is why it's so exciting. It just gets so different. So, second lap, 25.7. Third lap, 26.3. Quite variable times here, but still staying roughly in the middle of the track, which is good. Again, that's probably why they've done so well, because they're just sticking midline. They're just keeping out of trouble. And it might not be 26.07. Nice. I think that's probably the last lap they're going to manage before Aaron comes on the radio of doom and tells us that they are done. They are probably about done. That's got to be 2 minutes. There he is, just telling us all. Adam says, what happened to all the Grand Prix entries? Weren't there about 30 teams entered? Yes, there were. A lot of them elected to ride up in the Monster Ball class. They entered the Grand Prix and then decided they wanted a bit of a go at the tougher robots. And then some people just haven't submitted code back. Even though we email people week in, week out and try and get them to compete, a lot of people haven't picked up the code. So if you are listening and you're like, oh, I entered that, why haven't I got any emails? Please check your emails, and if not, let us know, because we did have a lot more entrants than this, and it's just people haven't had a chance to get involved. We have also had a couple of other problems with people, not that I'm going to elaborate here, who entered and then took the code for their own purposes. I'm not going to name names. But that has happened a couple of times as well. I think people are paying for the library and then taking it away and doing what they want with it. So we know we've had that as a problem, and it is it really upsets us, because it is against the spirit of what we're trying to do. The racing is what we're trying to do and provide some exciting, really interesting autonomous racing. And just taking the code and then keeping it for yourself or doing your own thing without sharing it with us is not so good. But I digress, because otherwise I'll get on my soapbox and literally you will not shut me up if I get on my thing. What?
Too late.
No, I'm not on my soapbox now. Put it away. Put it away. I'm gonna stop talking now. If you catch me at a pie party or a pie jam or something like that, and you want to know more information, come and speak to me about it, and I will regale you for hours on how awful people can be.
Apologies to Claire, I've just realised on the sheet I've
Oh.
got green and blue back.
Aaron says he's done the lights the wrong way around. Doesn't matter. We're not really bothered.
The LED only.
Yes, but we're okay because we're not checking out between lots of robots. That's fine. Tell Aaron it's fine. Sorry, I digress. John Satterfield was 7th in last year's Formula Pi, one of our favouriteest competitors from last year. Did really, really well. Really was close to getting into the final. Was such a strong racer, and this year has had a little bit more trouble. So I think John is currently sitting 13th in the leaderboard. I think he's only done one race, so that would probably explain the low position. But other than that, it's great to have you back. It's great to have you with us. So thank you for taking the time to rejoin the series again. We really appreciate it. We love the racing. We love having everyone competing. So, yeah. Keep at it, everyone. It makes me happy. And if anything, that's all you want to aim for, right? Right? Tim's nodding. Okay, so 2 minutes?
Not 2 minutes yet.
2 minutes.
We're almost there.
Yeah. So that should be a green light, but we don't really care because it's one robot.
Mm.
Okay, robot 7 is ready for the start.
Send him away, please, Timmy.
Robot 7 is ready for the
Okay,
start.
start light sequence, please.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
Right, so here we go. Green, red, green. Hopefully John will get away quickly now. And he's off. There we go. One robot away. As you can see, the Monster Borgs are much faster than the Yeti Borgs. They are a really different beast to drive. 30 frames a second you can do on these, and the laps are absolutely rapid. So let's see, John's first lap, 16.2. That's looking pretty nifty. The current lap record is held again by Team Enigma. They've got 14.8 seconds, which is astonishingly quick. It was so fast. I nearly spat my drink out. It was so quick. 16.28. This is looking like two very consistent times so far. It's looking really, really good here for consistency. And that's what we're looking for come racing. You really want to get consistent laps in. And if you can do the consistency, it's all good. 16.56, that's not bad. 0.3 off. That's not at all bad. Oh, a little bit of a lag down the picture, sorry everyone. And here we go, coming into Headbanger now for the last corner. Let's see what we do here. 16.56, look at that! Couldn't even get more consistent. That's brilliant. Well done, John. Smashing out the laps there. Sorry, shuffling my papers. John's from Dallas, Texas, in the US. He lists his experience as 10 years with C++ and Java, but Brand needs Python. I'm assuming you've done a little bit more Python now. I think this is probably last year's sheet, but you've raced one season with this now, so you've probably got a little bit more experience with this now. 16.9 for the fifth lap there. It's looking fairly good with these laps here. I'm trying to make a note of people's stuff, but I'm just losing the pen. 16.5 seconds, so I think that's probably it for John. I think maybe one more lap. Oh, he's gone backwards. He's all of a sudden it's just backwards. Well, it was all going so well. It was looking really handy then, and now he's going backwards. Tim. Oh no! Now we're going the right way again. Hey.
Okay, robot 7, 2 minutes are up.
I'm assuming that's it then. So.
Robot 2.
I'm actually going to move the microphone a little bit closer to my face because I feel like I'm quite a long way back tonight and I'm talking at you from a long distance away. Is that better? You can be better now? I think so. Oh, that's better. Right, so that's John Satterfield. Nailed his time out there. 2 minutes is up. I think Aaron will try and herd him as long as he doesn't throw him a dummy and run back the other way. Nope, he doesn't. He's got him. So that is 16.24. Not bad. Really not bad. So that is 2.4 seconds off the lap record. That's pretty tidy. Timer, please, Timmy. There we go. George isn't here to remind me, so I'm having to kind of like channel my inner George and remember to flick the timing thing over. Right, so let's get on to my little list of things. Oh god, I have so many things to do. Forgot how busy it was at this little keyboard. So tired.
Okay, robot 58 and Stephen Cameron. Okay, robot
There we go. So we can hear the next robot is ready to go. Let's flick my old timers over. So next up we have Moto Toasty, our team from Sydney in Australia. G'day, as I always say, because, you know, big love for the Australians. Tim's Australian. He's secretly cheering you on. We don't have favourites, but I think you're his favourite. Mainly because they have done a Formula Pi first. They were the first team to be ejected over the barriers and to ride around in the gravel for a good 10 minutes. And it was brilliant.
It is an off-road robot.
It is an off-road robot, demonstrating its capabilities very well with the Moto Toasty team. And they've done really well so far. They're currently sitting 8th in the leaderboard. Despite being ejected by the Halo Goodalls into the dirt last time, they got a really good race off last time. So I think they are currently sitting 8th, looking strong for the series. Had a really good race, I think, last time. And hopefully we'll get equally good training out tonight. I know you'll probably be in bed. Or maybe not. What time is it in Sydney, Tim?
You got East and West Coast, USA.
Tim's put some new clocks up. He's very proud of his new clocks. He's got an East Coast and West Coast time now.
I do need
You need a Sydney one. You need an upside down clock with the time on it, so that you know what time it is in Australia always.
Okay, let's have a look. It's
5 in the morning?
3:58 in the morning.
3:58 in the morning. So I'm guessing that you guys won't be watching unless you work nights, in which case, hello. I'm assuming you will be. Go to bed. Really go to bed. You should be asleep. I'm just shuffling things around on here. Don't mind me whilst talk amongst yourselves. So the next race that we're doing, we're going to have another week off next week because Tim and I are off to Sweden. For my work, I'm off to a conference next week, and Tim is being a wife and girlfriend, and he's going to love it. We also have a small sweepstake going for how many times that Tim will be mistaken for the engineer attending the conference rather than me. I think it's going to happen about 4 times. Tim's fairly less cynical than me, and he doesn't think it's going to happen at all. But we shall see. I'm going there to give a lecture on something that I work on and stand on a stand and stuff. So if you live in Stockholm and you fancy coming to meet me, pop by NAFEM's conference because I'll be there. Standing on a table talking about CAD and geometry and stuff, so come and find me. I will be standing on a table just so everyone can see me. I am an engineer. Behold. Yeah, I will be doing that. Saska's like Sweden smiley face. I know, next door. Really, that is next door to you. You can pop over. Are we ready?
Yes, we are.
Have I done spin for you? I have. Moto Toasty away. Send them.
Okay, right.
Yeah, we have a sweepstake on. How many times will Tim get mistaken for the engineer that's attending the conference rather than the WAG that he is? WAG is wives and girlfriends, for those who don't know the acronym. Okay, and Moto Toasty are away. A little bit of a slow start. But picking up speed very quickly. Wow, that was really. Slowing down into the corners. Straight lining the S's. That's nice. Haven't seen that happen before. That's really good. Straight lining, a little bit squiggly. 17.5 seconds there. I think that's because of the index turning. They are turning quite aggressively. But straight lining that S bit, that's really nice. Tim's just pulled a face as if to say, yes, that's lovely.
Almost got that.
They have almost got that set. Like 16.27 seconds. This is looking pretty good. Wow, I've never seen anyone straight line that S like that. That is nice. Moto Toasty, yes. Points for style there. That is looking really... 15.3, here we go. Now we're getting down to the pointy end. This is going to be tight. This is going to be really close. Yeah, that straight lining is fascinating. I'm transfixed by it. Every time they come across the S-bend, I'm thinking, wow, it's amazing. 16.29, okay, a little bit slower now. That was so quick! That turn! Wow! Okay, this could be quite speedy, actually. Hang on. Hang on. That was such a tease then. That was, they just got to the finish line and went, no, not tonight, guys. And it's just, that first section though, that was rapid. Whatever you did on that last lap there, that 15.3, that was pretty nifty. Yeah, man, that was really good. Awesome. 17.5, okay, a little bit more off the pace now, but I think this is going to be about it for Moto Toasty. I think Aaron will probably call this as they come into the headbanger, I imagine. Whose phone's vibrating? Is that yours? No, 16.55. Airplane mode for everyone. Come on, everyone. There we go. So that is it for Moto Toasty. 15.3. That's looking pretty good. I was very impressed with the start of that 15.3 lap. That was phenomenal. Like, so tight round that corner, and then to straight line the S like they are every time. Look, they're going to do it again, look. That's very clever. Now, I want to know how you've done that. The part of me is just like, how have you done that? You nearly dummied Aaron then as well. Well done. 10 out of 10. Anyone who can get a robot to just make us run around the track gets extra points for making us laugh. That was really good. Awesome. Okay, so thank you, Moto Toasty. That was lovely. Next up, I'm just going to shuffle my pen. I've already done it. Oh, God, I'm so organised. Right, next up, Aaron is delicately setting up right now, is an old friend of the Formula Pi racing series. It is Raspberry Infierno from Madrid in Spain. They finished... There we go, it's powered on. Finished third last year in the series? No, that was the Super Ward Brothers for second. So I think they're third. I haven't got any of my notes, so I'm doing this from memory. Apologies if I get anything wrong, as always. But yeah, third of the series last night. I've had a really good series so far. Currently sitting, let me consult my notes, 7th. I think they got stuck on a barrier in one of their races, which really didn't help them. But aside from that, I've been looking pretty good. Did hold the lap record for a little while until Enigma took it off them. So expecting big things from George and the team in Madrid, in Spain. Yeah, really big things, I think. I'm shuffling papers. Sorry, everyone. I can only do like one thing at once. I'm very sequential. Right. So yeah, like I was saying, Tim's being a wag in Sweden. He's very excited about this because he doesn't often get taken places by me. I don't often get let out of the office for obvious reasons. Because I do tend to talk a lot about absolute rubbish, and if you let me out in front of people,
Frogs.
Yeah, frogs are one of the things I talk about, not the small green amphibious animals, but a particular type of geometry that we have internally. Bit like STLs, only with loads more information on it. For anybody who loves geometry, shout out to the CAD people.
If you could ask, if anyone's in the chat window, can you happily hear the track lights?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Tim in his little corner has just asked. I know there's not many of you in the chat tonight. It's fairly quiet because we are testing. There's not much excitement happening. Can you hear the track mics okay? Because we can't hear them because of the way we've got the feed set up. I can only hear my own voice. Robot 22 is ready. I can only hear my own voice. I can hear a little bit of feedback from the mics as to what I sound like, so I can make sure I don't sound like a complete idiot. But I can't hear the track mics. So can everyone hear them okay? Just give us a little yes or no in the chat. That would be wonderful. I know it's pretty quiet tonight because it's just testing and there's not a lot of...
We mean the whirring of the robots as they go around.
Okay, yeah. So by track mics we mean... Okay, Adam says yes.
Thank you, Anne.
There we go.
Okay, we're ready to start.
Good. Thank you. That's wonderful. Yes, please, Tim.
Okay, light sequence start, please.
So, Raspberry Infierno, looking for a good set of times tonight. Like I said, held the lap record for a little while until Enigma took it off them. And so hopefully they can get it back. Because I want to see everyone pushing each other massively. Let's see. Green, and they're away. So let's see how they do. Cutting straight for the inside. Very good. And they're going round the S's rather than the straight line that we saw Moto Toasty do. But that was an impressive line from them. That was really, really impressive. Here we go. 15.5 for first lap. That's looking pretty racy. Nice. So 14.8 is the fastest lap we've got so far. Currently held by Enigma, like I said. So let's see how they do. 15.52. Talk about consistency. Yeah, that's really consistent. Andam asks any information on the Microsoft track. Tim Freeburn, you're the man who knows about that.
No, we haven't actually heard anything. Roland, if you're listening, please up. Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. Shout out to Roland from Microsoft, who we're currently working with. We haven't heard anything from him in a while. We know he's received some robots. We haven't seen the track build yet, but we are waiting to hear from them. We will give them another email and a prod, I think, just to get a bit of an update, because we need one. There is something else very exciting that we've been working on, which we were hoping to share with you this week, but we can't, because it went live and then it wasn't live again. So if you saw YouTube, you may have seen Tim's face on a video, but we can't say which one it is yet. But there is another exciting robot racing type thing coming very, very imminently. I think we're testing for it on Wednesday, aren't we? Which won't be broadcast, you won't see it. But we will shout about it when we can, promise. And yes, we'll update you on the Microsoft track as soon as we can. These are looking very consistent from George and the team. This is looking good, within 0.4 of a second of each other. Nice. So I think that must be almost it for them. 15.52 is their fastest time. So nice. Hopefully you won't get beached next time, because I know you got stuck in one of your races, and that's pretty horrible when that happens. It's pretty grim, because there's not a lot you can do. We were talking about a redesign, but it does mean that if we make the walls bigger, you can't see across the track as easily, and it does limit the view that you can see. So we are thinking of solutions. We are trying to work out what we can do to improve things, and from that perspective. Adam says also, will that be this season or more likely winter season? I imagine more likely winter season now. Only because we've got a couple of, like I said, there's this other series that's coming up, and we can't really talk about it. It went live and we almost did talk about it, but we've had to pull it and go back again. It's just been an organisational headache for everyone involved, but 69 now. But I'm hoping we can tell you about that very, very soon, because it's really, really exciting. It's very, very exciting. Right. Which robot did Aaron say was on there now? Did he say 59 or 69?
Well, we just had George.
We did, but I have a 59 and a 69, and I can't remember what he just said.
Next in line.
I'm looking at next in the line, but I just want to make sure that he didn't put 69 down or something. I'm sure he hasn't. Right, let's just go with it.
It's 59.
Let's just go with it. Ignore me. I'm panicking for no apparent reason. Right. So next up, we have Team Sonic from Kawasaki in Japan. They are currently sitting 12th in the series. Now hold the record for most number of laps backwards, with 21 laps in their first race. But then improved significantly in their second race and did actually really, really well. So that's why they've got a better time now. Currently sitting 12th in the series. Had some really good tight laps close to the wall. They were really pushing it, and then just went backwards a couple of times. So not quite sure what that's about. Hopefully they'll work that out in testing and make it a little bit smoother and less backwards. Yeah, because that confuses us all. So 2 minutes to go. Sounds exciting, says Adam. Yes, this thing I'm talking about but can't talk about. It's like the Voldemort of race series. I've been calling it Voldemort when I've been talking to other people, because it's the competition that shall not be mentioned. It was happening and then it wasn't happening, and then it was happening and now it's happening, but it's been delayed. But yeah, it will be awesome. I've seen the preview video, and it's got Tim's little face in it, bless him, and he looks awesome. Set off Sonic then, please. Good evening, George. You're late today. Yes, you are. You've already run, mate. You were the previous robot. You've literally just missed yourself. You could reverse a little bit. Go back. Good evening, George. Great to have you with us. We haven't forgotten the timer yet tonight on your behalf. Tim, if you could set off Sonic, please, that would be wonderful.
Okay, light sequence start, please.
Tim's been really good with the timer. He's far better than me. There we go. Green, red, green. And we'll see how we're getting on. And he's off. So, Sonic is away. Good first corner. A little bit index with a little bit of slowing down on the exit. And a bit of wibbles trying to work their way into the S's. But now, picking up speed again. Staying fairly midline this time round. Let's see how they do. First lap. 17.2. Not too bad. So, just gliding around. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. No, I shouldn't. It's not because I'm finding this boring. I'm really tired. Because of the hot weather, I've been sleeping really badly because it's horrible. But now it's a bit colder, I'm alright again. I can sleep tonight. I'll be fine. The last few nights have been horrible. And because we've got a cat as well, and she loves sleeping with us at night time, so it's just like extra hot. Because she just sits on her head and stuff and gets under the duvet. She's nuts. You may have seen a picture of Moo in some of the images we shared, our little cat. She was up on the track being the marshal one evening. She's lovely. But she's very warm, which was making me not sleep very well. So sorry for the yawn. But there we go, 16.2 is their current fastest lap, which is looking pretty good. Not too shabby. That's around John Satterfield's time of 16.24. So they're looking fairly midline. I think now we've gone to a more conservative strategy compared to how we had before. I think Sonic were really pushing the boundaries of what can and can't be done, which is why they ended up going backwards. But this is looking a lot more moderate, a lot more sensible. Just midlining the whole way round, which is good for racing, as I reiterate. But there's a wobble. Oh, I thought they were going backwards then. I think this is probably going to be the last lap they can squeeze in. So let's write down that best time. I think this is probably going to be a little bit off that one. .06. So there we go, that's it. Best lap time in there, 16.41. It's pretty good. A little bit slower than John Satterfield's time, 16.24, but that's pretty good nonetheless. And all the laps are in the right direction, so congratulations, Sonic. It's good to see. We approve of laps in the right direction. There's less trouble then. For all concerned. Right. So, who have we got next? Sorry, this is a little more relaxed than usual for those that are new to Formula Pi. The free practices are always a little more chilled out, not quite as hectic, and I don't tend to shout as much because there's, all the wheels are on the robots and nobody's crashing and being punted over the barriers, and Aaron's not having to run around the track and herd them like tiny cats. So, without further ado, we'll crack on with the next robot. Whilst I get all my stuff up. Next up, we have Team Lambda P from Bern and Hamburg, respectively, at the same time. Maybe. Not at the same time. They have to be cloned people. They've done quite well so far. They're currently sitting 10th in the series. Remember they had some trouble with their camera during training in some of the early sessions, but that seems to have been wheedled out now. And they've been doing really, really well. So, hoping for a good time from them tonight as well. And yeah, like I said, currently sitting 10th. Mid-table. It's pretty good. Still room for improvement, but yeah, doing alright. Let's see how we do. Well, that's 2 minutes up now, isn't it? We've got to wait for all that to go through. Oh, I don't know why I'm so yawny. I just all of a sudden got really sleepy. Oh yeah. I had a busy day today. Writing Fortran and preparing for going away next week. Yeah, that's hence why we're not on next week, because Tim and I won't be here. We'll be frolicking in Stockholm. Well, Tim will be frolicking, I'll be working, and doing my best to give a talk at a conference, which won't be anything like this. I'll be very professional and very organised and know what I'm talking about. Whereas here, I never know what I'm talking about. It's always a bit random. And I talk about the weather. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sleepy.
2 minutes is a long time.
It is really long time.
Unless we've missed it. No, it's just waiting.
Yeah, I don't think he is. No, there he is. See, that is 2 minutes now. I think I just need a Red Bull. I need to kind of wake up a little bit.
Shall we start then?
Yes, please, let's go.
Okay, let's see, we'll start, please.
Yeah, 2 minutes is a really long time when there's not a lot to talk about. Like when I've got 5 robots to talk about, there's a hell of a lot of things you can squeeze into 2 minutes, whereas just one person, it's a bit slower. Okay, so Lambda P's away. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I'm all sleepy all of a sudden. I'm just relaxing, probably that's what it is. Just chilling out now. I'm just enjoying this. 16.16, that's a fairly competitive first lap. A little bit of a sinusoidal pattern though on the... oh, stop. Hammer time. And they're away again. A little bit of a pause there. Oh, we've got a squiggle. Robot detection stop. Ah.
So there is some code to make the robot stop if it sees another robot in the vicinity.
And you think it might be doing that when it's getting to the corner. It's detected thinking it sees a robot and it's coming to it. I didn't do it that time. Didn't do it that time. Came straight round. Oh, it stopped in the S's though. Okay. So there's something to work on there, obviously. This is looking actually pretty... Wow, this is going to be... Ooh, 15.09! Where did that come from? Oh, stop. This is so cute the way it's like, hop. And I'm off again. It's a little break. Oh, squeaky chair, sorry. I need a new chair with that one that doesn't squeak so much. This one's a bit broken, you see, look. Yeah, definitely need a new chair. Okay, so George is in live streaming mode now. Awesome. Good to have you with us now. You did pretty well. I think it did some good times. It was nice. It was a good run for you. 16.61. So that 1:15.09. That's the fastest time we've seen so far tonight from the Lambda P team, and that's pretty racy, I reckon. So if the stops that you're getting at the top of the S, oh, was that a little bit backwards then? Yeah, it was. I just looked down from my screen and saw a light kind of like jiggle across the screen, and I thought, oh, that doesn't look so good. 20 seconds. So that's it for the Lambda P team. That 15.9, that's pretty racy. Sorry, I'm shuffling papers like a good one. 15.09. Oh, it stopped. Maybe it's like, yeah, 2 minutes is up now. I had enough now. Come and get me. Come and rescue me, please. So that is now done for Lambda P. Let's shuffle. Alright. So, shuffling. Oh, I'm pretty yawny. Why?
You definitely need some Red Bull.
I really do. I'm very sleepy. I'm maybe having enough tea today.
Put a coffee on for you.
No, it's not. It'll just make me all warm again, and I'll be all sad then. Right. So, next up we have our current Formula Pi champions and double lap record holder, Team Enigma from Brentwood in Essex. They won last year. They absolutely annihilated everyone in the final. It was brilliant to watch. It was amazing. It was one of the most fun things I've watched in a long time. And they did really, really well to just beat everyone because it was such a hotly contested race. Currently hold the 2 lap records, one at 24.2 for the Grand Prix class and one at 14.8 for the Monster Ball class. Tim is waving at me. Where are you off to? Ah! So Tim Freeburn is disappearing. Are the cameras alright? The timer's alright?
You should be all set up.
I'll be okay left on my own. I'll be alright left unattended without parental supervision.
Then you've got sponsored messages.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So Tim's leaving me to go and be upstairs. Oh, see, like, I'm all by myself. I could run riot now. He wouldn't even know. Has he taken? He's left. No, he's left me the radio. It's useful. So I've been left now on alone, and just all alone, unattended. So yes, Team Enigma. This Adam says this could go horribly wrong. Doubt it. You hold the lap record. It's fine. It's absolutely fine without mounting yourself on the wall again like you did. Was it that was the last time I think you mounted yourself on the wall? Just keep it clean. Stick to the middle. Slowly catch your monkey, and it'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. So Adam and the team are currently sitting. Where's my list of people? Currently 14th in the series. So had a couple of really tough first heats. And it really hasn't quite gone to plan this season, but last season started pretty much the same. Enigma did not get away very well. They didn't fail to start on their first heat completely, and then came back to win. So it's still all to play for. Like I keep saying, I will keep saying it over and over again. So there's Aaron. So without further ado, we'll get underway. Please do the last start light sequence, please. I always calls it the last light sequence. Oh, I'm quite tired. Have I mentioned I'm tired? Right, green, red, green, and then Enigma will be away. Okay, here we go. Adam says there's been some risky changes that I don't trust the simulator for. Okay. It's a bit wiggly wobbly going in there, but... Wow, there's some strong turns there. We're going through. There we go. Round the corner. Yeah, not the smoothest first lap then. But that looks very. You're saying that this was going badly, but in all honesty, this a bit wobbly. Oh, it was all going so well. that to me, it just looks like it's just a little bit sinusoidal on its turns. I'm no expert. In fact, I'm not an expert at all in this. But yeah, that looks 16.5. Okay, now you're getting down more to the quicker times. Not as bad as you expected, Adam. Yeah, well, it's looking all right. It's not too bad. 16.5 isn't bad at all. And this is what testing's for, right? It's for you to give it a go and see what works and what doesn't work. 16.2, we're coming down even more now. I think we're probably getting maybe 2 more laps, and then Aaron will call it a day. And then Tim will be back down shortly, and he can tell us what's going on. Oh, that looks very tight. 15.16, here we go. So it's definitely a testing session of 2 halves here. You've had a bit of a slow start, but now, getting back down to the times we were seeing from you last time, 15.16, that's really, really good. 15.23, here we go. See, so there we go. Second fastest time of the night, I think that is, 15.16. That's pretty tidy. So that's better. George says if you wanted to do dancing, it looks okay. Cheeky.
Okay, robot 1, 2 minutes are up. Okay, robot 1, 2 minutes.
Please collect the robot on the next time round. So there we go. That's looking pretty good for Team Enigma. I'm just going to have to momentarily get up from the computer and do the timing thing because Tim will be upstairs. So hang on a minute. I'm just gonna leave the mic for a second. One moment. You probably hear me running around in the other corner of the room. Oh, all over the place, everywhere.
Okay, robot 69 has been powered. Okay, robot 69.
So, before we do Robot 69, I'm going to have to do the one thing that I do every week. I've got to give a shout out to the sponsors and everyone who's backed us and everyone who's entered the racing, because without you we wouldn't be here. So first up, Blogtrotter, making your RSS feed a piece of cake. Lovely aggregation service for your RSS feeds, delivered straight to your inbox. Go and check them out, the service is brilliant. IQ Audio next up, who are racing towards the end of the list tonight, currently leading Formula Pi, so clearly they know what they're doing. Go and check out their audio hats and DACs, they're amazing. Next up, Mod My Pi, our friends from Kent, lovely Jacob and the team. Good evening, guys, if you're watching. Go and check their shop out for all your Raspberry Pi needs. Hop Hackers, a brewing collective from Canterbury who spend all their time brewing lovely, lovely beers. Follow them on Facebook, they've got a really active blog on there talking about their brew days. Go and check them out. Finally, SOS Solutions in the Netherlands. Go and check them out if you want to buy any Raspberry Pi goods and you're on the continent. Then go and check them out. They're really good. Finally, if you want to sponsor us for next season, give us a shout. info@formulapi.com. Get your name up on the board. Get a shout out and all the rest of it. And also, thank you so much to everyone who's entered, because without you, we wouldn't be able to do this at all. It would just be an empty track with some lights on, which would be really boring. But having all of you here is absolutely brilliant. So yeah, props for entering. And if you have paid for a Formula Pi entry but you've not actually submitted any code yet, sort it out. Get involved. It's awesome. I got up. Yeah, I did. I had a momentary walkabout just to sort that out. So I'm going to go into the spin view to introduce you to the next team who are up. So next up we have Saska from Helsinki in Finland, currently sitting second in the Formula Pi standings, if I remember rightly from my leaderboard. Yes, have done really, really well. Have had some really consistent, strong results. Won one of their heats. Just looking really, really good. And Saska's on the chat tonight said that they've not made many changes. They've kept it very simple. And I think there's a lot to be said for doing that. There is a lot to be said for keeping it simple, because there's less that can go wrong. Also, keeping it simple, it makes it smooth, I guess. I don't know. I'm no expert, like I keep saying. Tim's the expert. We should ask him. He's just disappeared momentarily. I'm sure he'll be back. But without further ado, we'll get Saskia underway. Okay, please start the robot.
Okay, please start.
Or do your light sequence. There we go. Away. He knows what he means. So let's see how Saskia does. Aiming for 14.8. That's the lap record. And we'll see how Saskia gets on tonight. Very smooth so far and very tight as well. That is super tight to the S's and then coming out wide for the final corner. This is looking really good. 18.06, nice. Super tight into that first corner. Which is looking really good. These are just nice smooth laps. There's not a lot of different... Oh, a bit of a sharp turn there to come into the green for the last corner. 15.99. It's looking pretty good. So... these are looking fairly consistent for Saskia. So Saskia is leading. I think that they won one heat and was it second or third in their other heat? I haven't got my paperwork properly written down. Need to sort that out, really. But this is looking quite good. Oh, a bit of a skid there. Wow, drifting in round the corner. That's amazing. I love a good drift. It's very appreciated by me. A bit of a skid as I go around the corner. Awesome. 16.75. So 15.99 is the best lap. It just seemed to be drifting a little bit wide coming around the headbanger. Almost straight lining the S's there like Moto Toasty, but then seemed to be very wide in the S's here, like out in the red. I'm not sure what that's about. But these are fairly good times. I mean, this is sticking wide is often a good strategy as well, because if we get people all stuck on the insides of corners and stuff, taking slightly different lines for racing is actually quite a good idea. It just keeps you out of trouble. This isn't good for Saskia. I think we'll probably squeeze in maybe one more lap, if I'm doing my maths right. Yeah, one more lap. And that'll probably be the 2 minutes up. Let's see, final lap. Or is I'm going to call it before this lap's completed.
Okay, robot 69, 2 minutes are up. Robot
He did, but I'm going to let you have it anyway. That was it. So that is it for Saskia. Fairly good. Bit of a wide spread of laps, but still looking fairly competitive with 16.34. Which? Do you want to just use this one? Can you swap the robots, please, Aaron? Oh no, I'm in charge of the radio. Oh dear. Yeah, definitely smooth laps, but a bit variable on the times and sometimes going a little bit wide, but still good effort, Saskia. That's nice to see. Hopefully you'll keep up the good work for not next week but week after, when we actually come back live. I'll have the dates at the end, because obviously it's a bit confusing because we're all going away. Adam says much less dancey than ours. I quite like the dancing. It's nice. It adds a bit of variability into it. It's a bit like ta-ta-ta-ta-ta as you're going along. It's nice. It's good. Right.
Okay, robot 12 is out. Okay, robot 12 is
Right.
out.
Do that. Do this stuff. And then we're away again. Next one. Right. So next up, another old friend of Formula Pi. Last year's second place robot. It's the Super Ward Brothers from Boise in Idaho. Good evening, chaps, if you're watching. They did really well last season, like I said, second in the series overall. Gave Enigma a really good run for their money all the way through. But this year have struggled a little bit. I'm not sure why. I think they got stuck on the wall once and knocked the batteries out. And didn't start for one of them, if I remember rightly. I might be wrong. Go back and watch the replays, everyone. It'll be much more accurate than my memory of things, which is hazed by work and bikes and things. But, yeah, we're looking really good last series. This season, currently 15th on the leaderboard. So still work to do for the Super Ward Brothers. But, fingers crossed, you'll be back on form tonight. I really, really got my fingers crossed for you guys. I want everyone to do well, though. If everyone could win, it would be much better. Can we sort that out? I should have 15 winners, please. I don't like having to pick favourites or... I don't like having to pick favourites. Would be a lot of prizes. Yeah.
A lot of people are immortalised on the wall.
That's very true.
We've got so much space.
So the Super Ward Brothers, Enigma and Rasparastal Inferno are immortalised on the Formula Pi wall outside the circuit. There is a little like Hall of Fame gallery thing that Tim's put up the lids from last season. So we'll do that every year. You're going to do it for Grand Prix and Monster.
Yeah.
It's going to get quite busy up there quite quickly, isn't it?
There's the possibility that they might be on the past next season.
Okay, Robot 12 is
You can't drop things like that in
Okay,
testing.
Robot 12 is ready for the start line.
Oh, just constantly changing. He's like a butterfly, and on to the next thing. Just frolicking about like a butterfly. Right, please send the Super Ward Brothers on their way.
Okay, light sequence start, please.
Okay, light sequence start, please.
So red, green, and then we're away. Let's see how the Super Ward Brothers do. They're away. A little bit slow to get started, but then they're off now. Much quicker. Darting about like a flea in the corners. A little bit of left-right movement, but this is looking good. We can get a lap nailed, we'll be happy. Done. 17.7. Not bad for a first attempt. That's a good lap. Keeping it fairly smooth. Stopping again on that top corner. They're not the only robot that does that. It's very odd.
Might be using standard detection code for other robots.
Might
not be perfect.
might be using standard detection code for other robots. It might not be perfect, says Tim Freeburn in the corner. He's at Botblescu on Twitter, BOHBLESKU. If you want to go and prod him and poke him and ask him about code, he'll be more than happy to answer. Although, we are on @Pi_Borg as well as @Formula Pi_. So any of those three channels and you'll get hold of one or many of us. But you, sir, have DMs, Tim Freeburn, on Pi_Borg.
Really?
Yes, you need to answer them. Just letting you know what's to remember. Shout out to Les P. Sorry we haven't got back to you, but there is a waiting message. It's been very busy today. It's been very hectic. We are expecting a new bit of equipment as well, which we've been a bit hectic moving the warehouse about. So yeah, it's been busy, but we will get back to you. Shout out to Les P. 17.13. This is looking pretty good for the Super Ward Brothers. Consistent times, not the fastest, but that doesn't matter. Like I've said, consistency is the key. You don't have to be quick. You should have to be consistent. Because they're the robots that go the distance. Let's see if they can improve on that 17.13. 17.6, close, and I think that's probably going to be it. Time, I think they're going to be called before they get back round to the start line. I can imagine Aaron on the radio right now. Did you take the radio away again?
I did.
Yeah, you did. He's confiscated it from me now.
Okay, Robot 12.
So that's it. Oh, sneaked in a 16.56 there at the end.
Okay, robot.
We're going to count that one.
Okay,
That was really good at the end. Good lap. We're going to count that. So, Mr. Freeburn on the timer. Beep boop, he says. Beep boop. So, 5 more robots to go tonight, and then we'll be all ready to go to bed. Tim's scrunching his eyes up now. What have I done? Okay. I'm not doing anything wrong. Good. As long as I know I'm alright and I'm not doing anything incorrectly. Right.
Okay,
So next up tonight on the track, it is I Have 5 from San Jose in America. And I Have 5 is my favourite because he lists himself as a Fortran coder, which is clearly the best sort of coder. You all know what the score is by now. I love Fortran and I love it. I love coding in it. It's very shouty. But they've done really well so far. Currently sitting in, let's compare my notes, joint 9th at the moment. So in the top 10, squeezed in for the eliminators so far. I think it's been a bit of a mixed bag for them. I think they maybe didn't start for one of them and then had a good result for the other one, I have to remember. I promise I'll be more organised for proper racing. Because I'm a bit of a shambles tonight. Since the week off, it's messed me up. I've not been consistently organised. This weekend, though, however... Oh, no, won't be this weekend. It's the weekend I get back, then I'll be organising myself. Be a bit more organised. Not as waffly. And I'll be able to then regale you with tales of Tim being a wag, because we're so equal opportunities in our relationship. Tim's going to enjoy being the wife and girlfriend for a week whilst I'm at work. Oh yeah,
It'll be awesome.
will be. So yeah, if you're in Stockholm and you're a big fan of Pyborg or Formula Pi, it's probably a good time to shout out to Tim, and you could probably take him for a beer, because he'll be very unbusy for 4 days in Stockholm whilst I'm working. Yeah, actually really looking forward to the dinner at this conference. It's going to be at the Vasa Museum. It's like a 17th century warship that they've pulled up from the harbour at Stockholm, and it was 95% complete. They've only had to do 5% of the ship restoration of it, and it's absolutely stunning. And I'll be having dinner next to that boat with Tim.
Okay, Robot 27 is ready for the start.
Okay, start light tunes, please.
I'm very excited about it.
Okay,
Thank you, Maffens, for the amazing conference dinner. I'm sure it will be. So green, red, green, and then we're away. It's off. So I have 5, looking for a good lap here. 14.8 is the record so far, still held by Team Enigma. Let's see how they do. This is looking very racy, actually. This is looking really racy. Ooh, 15.42. So I have 5. That's a really promising start. They are sticking to the green magnificently. Wow, this is really tight, actually. Oh my goodness, this could be quick. This could be quick. Oh, same time. Oh my goodness, talk about consistency. Wow, yes, 15.42. But these laps are looking really, really good. Let's have a look. 15.58. Adam asks, is there any update on their prize for last season, the robot, the Kickstarter bot?
They are still coming. Because Adam's prize was a mod board, isn't it?
Yep.
We are waiting until we deliver all the mod boards to the Kickstarter, and then we'll send out all the prizes to everyone.
Okay.
It won't be long at all, but
We have shipped out the Thunderballs already as part of that Kickstarter, and they went out last week, so the robots won't be far behind, because we did say end of June.
I'm not sure whether people can hear me when I'm
No, they can't.
talking.
Okay, Tim said they're not long away. Your prize will be coming. We're just waiting on a few parts. We're going to ship out the Kickstarter rewards first, and then yours will come along after we've shipped all those rewards out. I think we had something like 150 robots to ship, so please be patient. I'm really sorry for the delay, but it will be worth the wait, promise. You will be getting one of these lovely robots, and it will be worth the wait, for sure, because they're awesome. 15.42 is still the best one on this track. I think this is probably going to be it for I Have 5. Looking pretty racy, though. So that's it. Sneak in that last one. There we go. So 15.42. That's looking really good. I think that's pretty. In terms of consistency, that is the most consistent we've seen tonight. I mean, 0.3 of a second spread between all the lap times there. 0.35 maybe. That's really super consistent. Very well done, Mark and the team. I Have 5. That is amazing. That's the best. That's the most consistent we've seen tonight. Well done. Hopefully, that'll be good for you to improve on next time. Adam says I've got some things he needs to measure. That sounds ominous. What are you measuring? Are you building your own track? That would be amazing if you were. We could have the Essex Open. That would be good.
Okay, Robot 34 has been powered.
Right. Who? I was. Do you know what? I was just sitting here looking, expecting Tim to do the next thing. I'm like, Tim, hurry up. Tim, why aren't you saying anything? Oh no, that's my job. Wow, I'm so tired. I may have mentioned this. Let's stab some keys, press some buttons. Not that one. I pressed the wrong button. Oh god, sorry everyone. Stab all of the keys. Right, next up. So we've got 4 robots left to do tonight. Next up, we have the lovely Swinders from Waterlooville in Hampshire. They are next up in testing tonight. Next up to do some laps. And currently sitting 11th in the leaderboard. So just leaderboard. Done that again. Too many Borgs in my life. I need to get rid of them. Yeah, so Swinders is currently sitting 11th. Looking really good. Had a good race last time, I seem to remember. So still improving, and it's looking really good for them. So hopefully tonight will be equally more improving. Equally more improving? Good lord. I'm so sorry, everyone. Adam says, haha, unfortunately not a track. Oh, man. I was looking forward to the Brentwood Oval. That was we could have given it an amazing name. Actually, I'm heading into Essex in a couple of weeks' time. Actually, the BMX Nationals are coming to Essex. They will be at Braintree on the 1st and 2nd of July, I believe. I'm going to watch because I need to catch up with the ladies that I race with or used to race with, because I've not raced in a little while. I'm taking a little sabbatical from racing and just focusing on coaching at the moment. But I'm going to go and watch the racing. So if anybody fancies BMX or watching some incredible racing action, then Braintree BMX is where it's at next month, 1st and 2nd of July, I believe. Follow me on Twitter @TheTufty, and I'm sure I'll be gassing on about it in the run-up to it because I'm pretty excited to go back and watch the Nationals because they're always a good giggle. There are kids as young as like 5 racing. It's amazing. They're little pocket rockets. They're incredible. Up to the pros and the elites that race on the world stages. So there's like a proper range of racing. It's amazing. It's a great day out. Highly recommend it if you love bikes. It's awesome for the whole family. It's like a £5 or something to watch. You just pay to park your car and you walk in. It's great. Yeah, I digress. Swinders is ready now.
Very ready for you.
Go for it.
Okay, light sequence start, please.
Okay, light sequence start, please.
Shuffling in my seat. Green, red, green. And Swinders is off. God, they're pretty rapid away from the line there. God, you forget how quick these are away from the line. It's like you click your fingers and they're off. They're just gone. Looking good for Swinders. Nice and smooth turns. Staying a little bit in the red though, keeping it midline. 16.43. Not bad for a first lap. That's midfield for tonight, I reckon. Yeah. Just winding up to go. A little bit sinusoidal coming in. Let's see the second lap. Let's see how he does. 17.38. A little bit slower. But still, this is looking pretty good. Although sticking definitely to the green now. Now that to me is a change of strategy. That looks like a change of strategy there. They've gone from being wide to all of a sudden being tight. 15.8! Ooh! Ooh, what a peach. Nice. That's definitely a change in strategy there. I mean, you saw it. The first 2 laps were fairly wide and wavy, and then all of a sudden, bang, straight into the green. Just really sticking it into that inside line. Keeping it tight. 15.77. Lovely. Sorry if I just shouted. I realised I'm very close to the mic tonight. I'm trying to keep it calm, but that was really good. That was really good lap there from Swinders. So we're in Formula Pi last year as well. Finished in the top 10. I can't remember the exact position for Swinders, but did really well. So it's lovely to have you back, and we're really enjoying having you racing with us. It's been brilliant. I love having everyone coming back. I love the progression. And seeing how you all improve from race to race to race is just brilliant. From my perspective, you kind of get all my favourites just because I love watching the progression and seeing how you do and how you improve, and yeah, it's awesome. It's really good. I can't stress that enough. 15.89. So you see, I think that was definitely Swinders. That was a measured response there. So that's it. Swinders is done. That is a fastest of 15.77, so that's pretty good. That's towards the sharp end tonight. So it's about half a second off the fastest lap time. Oh, sneaky 15.95 in there. Tim didn't stop the timer in time. Duh. Well done, Tim. Good to see one of us is paying attention. I love you. Right. So coming into the last 3 people tonight. Well done, Swinders. That was a good solid laps there. Stuff my keys. So we're going to see how we go now. We have lining up next one of our sponsors, IQ Audio, the team from Crooklade in the UK. Go and check out their website. Just search for IQ Audio on the internet, and you will find a beautiful array of amps and DAC hats and all sorts of things to do with audio for the Raspberry Pi. Go and check them out. Can't stress that enough. Also, incidentally, the current Formula Pi leaders. So clearly doing something right, whatever they're doing. So the team, Gordon and the team, are definitely the ones to watch to see how they do. And like I said before, the fastest lap doesn't necessarily equate to the best racer. They are 2 very different things, and it's the same in most sports, isn't it? Fastest lap around the track doesn't necessarily mean fastest lap in the whole race. Really. If it was Formula E, you'd get extra points, but it's not. You get extra points for the fastest lap in Formula E.
Maybe we could do it.
Maybe you could. Fastest one in testing, extra point. But then you'd have to award it every session. We could do that. I could write it down. They could get extra points for fastest laps in training testing. That would be good.
Might be a thing next season. It's possible.
There we go. See? Here's me making up the rules as I go along.
It wasn't possible this season because of our timing rig.
Oh.
It can only effectively time one person.
Oh,
at a time.
yeah.
However, next season we might be
Oh.
improving on that somewhat.
That's the other exciting thing. So there are... No, I know. I can't. No, I won't. I'm not going to. Really not going to. There are lots of things I can't talk about. The Voldemort series is one of them, which for a few days I was allowed to talk about, and then I couldn't. Which did release some of the pressure, because I'm really bad at keeping secrets. If you actually come and speak to me, if we're at a pie jam or something, I guarantee I will probably blab half of the secrets that we have. I'm really bad. Can't be trusted with anything, because I just get really excited about it, and I want everyone to know how exciting it is. I've been pretty good about this. I haven't told lots of people. I don't think I've told anybody, actually. Yeah, but the other thing that Tim's mentioning, there's another very exciting development that's coming for next year, or for winter. And if we can do it, it's going to be immense. And I'm very excited about it. It's another thing I can't talk about. So many things I can't talk about, and it makes for very boring commentary when I'm like, can't talk about this, can't talk about this, this is secret, can't talk about this. So let's talk about what we can talk about. IQ Audio, on the line, let's go, let's get going.
Okay, light sequence start, please.
Still have a big thank you to Gordon for directing us to that lovely curry house whilst we were up in Glasgow. That was brilliant. The Wee Curry Shop was highly recommended. Very good curry. And he's away. Let's see how we do. So will they midline it? Let's see. A little bit more wibbly wobbly through the S's, but definitely a midline track there. Let's see how they do. 16.9. Not too shabby at all. It's looking good. Adam says, is it going to be a Kickstarter? No, thank God. No offence, but Kickstarters take a lot of work. You don't realise, like, you see a Kickstarter on Kickstarter and you go, oh yeah, that's nice, I'll chuck them a bit of money. But the amount of work that goes into these things before you release them is obscene. And yeah, we're taking a break from Kickstarters for the foreseeable, because it's actually takes a lot of effort. Like, the video takes a lot of effort, the prep takes a lot of effort, and you pretty much have to have the thing ready before you go to Kickstarter. And then it's a hell of a long time before you guys get your hands on it. So we're trying to. We will do a few more in the future, just not right now. We've got too much going on. But it's another exciting thing that's going to make Formula Pi even better, from a spectator standpoint and from a commentary standpoint. So it's not like we're hiring. And for the competitors as well, yeah, in fairness, yeah, it's going to be good for everyone, not just for us and for you and for the robots. It's going to be good for everyone. If we could hire, like, Crofty and get him in here to do some chatting, that'd be quite good. He could teach me a thing or two about commentary. That'd be nice. Shout out to Crofty and the Sky One F1 team. IQ Audio are just nice and smooth here. 16.91 is the best lap time. I think it's probably going to be it now. I'm imagining Aaron's going to get me on radio. Tim's yawning now. It's going to make me yawn.
Sorry.
Trying really hard not to yawn, but that's really difficult when you see. So there we go. Much more laconic style of driving there from the IQ Audio team. 16.91 is their best lap time, and that is actually the slowest Monster Borg lap time we've had tonight from a competitor. So you see, the slower times might not be. They're not going to win any fastest lap records, but winning the series overall. So it's consistency. It's just being in the right place at the right time, and I think IQ Audio have just done that. They've nailed it. Avoiding crashing. There was a blog on this, formulapi.com, and just click on the blog tab and look at the top one. There is a whole blog post on how to avoid. Everyone, I highly recommend you go and look at that, and it will give you some tips as to how to fix your avoidance code. Tim's been very kind. Even I understood it. There was quite a lot of technical stuff in there, and even I understood it. So everyone else should be brilliant. It should be really helpful. So our penultimate robot tonight, before we can all go home and have our dinner, is Team Sky and the Merpups, who have done really well so far. It's my favourite profile picture. I've said this before. That Snapchat filter cannot be used enough, in my opinion. They are currently joint 9th with I have 5. I think they didn't compete in the last heat, if I remember rightly, but obviously back again now. So good to have you back. Really enjoy having you back. They did really well, I think, the first time round. I think they may have won their heat, actually, if I remember rightly. Yeah. I will be more organised, I promise. Keep apologising to everyone. So sorry for not being organised. But Team Sky and the Merpups looking good in 9th, joint 9th there with I have 5, which is not a bad place to be, with Formula Pi heroes of last season. Clearly because there's any Fortran coder in the room, other than me. Lols. So, I'm just clicking around my things. Checking everything as we go. Didn't actually load up Twitter this evening, Timmy. Probably did tweet. I'm not logged in. You've come over. Do you have something to say?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I'm
Loitering
looking,
with
yeah.
intent, just watching,
That's the one.
making sure I'm not looking at bikes or anything whilst I'm supposed to be working.
Well, that's probably it.
Yeah, it could happen. I was out with BMX twice, in like 2 days on the trot last week. It was amazing. Had a lovely women's development day at Royston, which I was kind of assisting with the coaching, just sort of loitering with intent and giving a bit of encouragement. And had a couple of girls that were trying it for the first time and came back the next day, which was amazing. So I got to see them progressing really rapidly. It is one of my favourite things, progression. In this and in biking and in real life. Yes, please.
Okay, light sequence start, please.
So Team Sky and the Merpups.
Okay, light
Shuffle my
sequence start,
papers.
please.
I've not really referred to my giant stack of papers tonight as to who is who. Team Sky and the Merpups are our only Scottish contenders, not counting Gordon from Mikey Audio, who is Glaswegian, but he lives in near London now, so he doesn't count anymore. Sorry. So Team Sky and the Merpups are from Edinburgh. They list their hobbies as nothing of note, I'm sorry to say. But this is a hobby. This counts as a hobby. It has to, right? It is an awesome hobby, racing robots, let's face it. Just racing of any capacity is awesome. Oh, did anyone see the IndyCar at the weekend, last weekend? Oh, it was good. Me and Tim sat down and watched the entire Indy 500. Never done it before. Seen the highlights, but never watched the entire race before. It was amazing. And Fernando Alonso, sir, you did incredibly well. Not that he's ever going to watch Formula Pi, right? But I'd still give him a shout out. Because, I have to be honest, you're not my favourite driver. But in IndyCar, you were absolutely amazing. You were really good, and it was just such a shame with what happened with the car. But I salute you, sir, for a brilliant race. You were phenomenal. It was really good. Yeah, so check out Indy 500 if you want to catch up with a really amazing race. There was lots of action and quite a few big crashes as well, which were a bit scary. But I think everyone was okay in the race. Not like this, where people get punted over into the gravel. There were like real cars doing that at like 200 miles an hour. Terrifying. But 17.84 so far for the fastest time for Team Sky and the Merpups. And again, I think they won one of their races, so not being necessarily the quickest sometimes isn't the baddest thing. Like, as long as you're consistently on it. Tim's gone back to his phone. You could just at least pay attention.
I am. I'm on it.
I give him abuse, but I love him really. Yeah, I know. So that's it.
72 minutes are up.
Although just snuck past Aaron when you shouted that. Duh. So he's going to have to let it come around for a whole nother lap.
I might have accidentally done that from
On purpose. It's not very good, is it? Right, let's write that down. Before you press the button, don't press the button yet. Easy. 17.84. So not the quickest time, but they are still doing quite well. So, props. Right. The IT guy. Your number is up. Please make your way to the start line. And we will get you underway. The IT guy has been... I've seen him in the chat earlier on this evening. May have gone back to work. I might be popping back out again. But if you're not there, good evening if you're catching this on the replay. And I'm going to get the spin view thing out and get that going for the last time tonight. So here we are, the last one tonight. It is the IT guy of Independence in Oregon. Had a bit of a tumultuous time so far. In the first heat, lost a wheel, which was the craziest thing I thought. Sort of still managed to complete the race. The IT guys in the chat, I've just seen him come in. Hello. Yeah, craziest thing. 3 wheels, still managed to complete the race, which was brilliant. And it's one of my favourite moments so far in Formula Pi, just losing that wheel. And then has done quite well after that, I think. Currently sitting in 5th in the series. So, yeah, despite having 3 wheels for one of the heats, that's really good. So hopefully the IT guy tonight will do equally well in the time lapse. We'll see how you do. It's probably lunchtime for you, I'm guessing, right about now. It's probably all right.
3 o'clock on the East Coast and midday on the West Coast.
So it's either lunchtime or mid-afternoon, depending on where Independence is in Oregon. My state maps of the US is fairly patchy. Oregon, middle west, maybe. Sure, you'll correct me in the chat. I'm going to get the map out now.
Show everyone.
Well, look, I'm not going to show everyone. Everyone knows where the internet is. You know where Google Maps lives. It's kind of in the middle. Yeah, it's in the middle. Oh, that's Independence, Missouri. There's more than one Independence. Well, that's not surprising, is it? So let's get the right one. Oregon. Actually needed the Oregon in there. Okay, so I'm looking now. I'm looking at where you are. Oh, it is West Coast. So I said Midwest. It was West. What? One of these days I will know where all the states are.
Is it where Oregano come from?
No, that's very Italian, Tim. You're not very good at herbs, are you? Oregano is not from Oregon. Don't confuse. It's Italian. Fruitcake. See, he's from Australia. Everything's backwards for him. It's, us even walking this way up is totally confusing to him. He's like clinging to the roof at all times. Like, it must be upside down. There we go. West Coast. Yes. Thank you, the IT guy. Are we waiting for me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Carry on.
Okay, lights and stuff, please.
West Coast, lunchtime. Okay, so basically having a break from work and watching this, what finer way to spend your lunchtime. It's 8 o'clock in the evening here. It's very late and I'm ready for my dinner. Right, the IT guy's off. And first corner, I'm counting 4 wheels, which is a great start. Looking good with all 4 wheels on. Have we done... Wow, that's so close to the barrier. Wow, that was really close. Oh, this is looking pretty racy, actually. 16.22, nice, good first lap. This is looking very, very racy from the IT guy. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm mesmerised by your lines through the S's. They're really, really good. Oh, 15.1. Oh, it's sniffing at the lap record of Adam and the team there with Team Enigma. Let's see if the IT guy can break it. So 14.8 is the magic number we're looking for. Anything sub 14.8. 15.19. It's so close. So close. These are looking like good laps, though. Really strong laps here from the IT guy. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, that is so close. 14.86. That is the closest we've come all night to the lap record. I've got a feeling this is going to go now. This is it. Oh. So the IT guy is really, really close here to breaking the lap record. Maybe 2 more laps we could squeeze in here before time is up. See if Adam's record is safe for another week. This is looking really close. Oh, 15.03. This is really, really good. This is very tidy. I mean, you're sticking to the green on the inside really, really well. This is really some phenomenal driving. And so consistently sticking to the green as well. Oh, 14.99. Oh, I think this could be it, though. I don't think we'll get another lap in before time's up. So I think this could be it for the IT guy. But we'll see, coming into the last corner.
Okay,
Oh, but that was really good from the IT guy there. Best lap, 14.86 seconds, and the fastest lap we've seen this evening. So that is brilliant. That is worth taking a lunch break for. Take half an hour and give yourself a pat on the back. That's amazing. Well done. It's great laps. So that's it. We're done.
That is it, we're done.
Right, so we're going to leave the IT guy there just to mill around whilst we finish off with all the announcements. I'm just going to get... I'll just tippy-tappy away for a minute. So let's see where we're at for dates. So, like I said, me and Tim are away next week. He's busy being a wag. I'm being an engineer away for work. So there will be no racing next week. With 2 out of the 3 of us away, that's no good for you guys. Aaron cannot run this on his own. Like commentary, robots. No, it would be really difficult. So the next race will take place on Monday the 19th of June, which is a week on... No, it's 2 weeks today. So usual time, usual place, 6:30 on our YouTube feed. As soon as we finish here, I'll pin it onto our Twitter feed and on Facebook and LinkedIn and all the usual places. So there should be a link for you to bookmark. As always, please like, share, follow, comment, all of the things on social media, please. We'd really appreciate it if you give us a share. My name's Claire. I'm at the Tofty on Twitter if you want to follow me for bikes, cats, and increasingly more Raspberry Pi stuff now. I've actually, Tim's been doing this, Piborg thing for 5 years, and I've just been the one that turns up at the shows and goes, hello, yes, I know nothing about the Raspberry Pi, but I really like it, it's amazing. I've actually done some programming on one this weekend, and I've actually started installing PyFR, which is an OpenCFD library it's in Python, but there is a Raspberry Pi version, and I was stoked. So I'm going to be doing some CFD on my Raspberry Pi, which might be a little ambitious, but I'm very excited about it. Anyway, I digress. 19th of June is the next date for racing. That's 2 weeks today. That'll be 6:30. We've got a week off, so you've got a week to polish your code. Submission deadlines are, let's double check the time, 16th of June, which is a week on Friday. That is your code G date for that. We will, we're on that Friday, I think. Yes, we're back from Sweden by that point. So, enjoy. Have a lovely week off. Take the time to improve your code. Get in touch with us if you need anything. info@formulapi.com, or grab us on Twitter, or I don't know, send a pigeon, do whatever. Just get in touch with us if you need anything. Just give us a shout. As always, it's been a pleasure with the chat. Good seeing you all. So take it easy, everyone, and we'll see you 2 weeks today here again. Tim's waving, which is great for commentary. So we'll see you all soon. Take it easy, everyone, and good night.